Uh, Yo, what do you hear? What do you say? Welcome back. And if it's your first time here, welcome. So, now, not the last video, a couple of videos back, did a radio swap. And for some reason now, this one doesn't seem to be quite as loud as the other radio. So, I used Hogtune's amp. But not all the wiring was there, so I had to kind of I had to kind of modify it a bit to work. Since been playing around with this stuff for a long time. So it's a discontinued model, but the gentleman I got it from, Windsor Chopper, he's awesome about standing behind. Why is that blurry? That shouldn't be blurry. Hang on. No, just won't focus. But anyways, it's a Hogtune's amp. The NC40-4, which is 160 watts. 40 watts per channel. 4-channel amp. I've got 4 Hogtune speakers in there. They're 50 amps, so I don't have to worry about blowing them up. But it'll definitely be louder than what I'm running now. So what I'll do is when the time comes, I'm not going to bore you with it. I'm going to test this thing right now just to make sure it's working. So, and when I'm done doing that, I'll get back to you. Okay, so next step, take the speaker out so I can use the wires. Take the seat out. Move the ECM. Pull this up to get to the battery. Right there. So, I'll get back to you again. Okay, so we're just about ready to test this thing. Here's where we're at. There's the power harness, but it did not come with the end. So, I had to wire it up myself. It plugs in here, just like that. Okay, so now, let's see, I figure out the wiring. We're going to try to do the right rear, or what they're calling the brake side. There's the brake. So, let's see here. You know, it might be easier just to test it, make sure it's working. Let's see. Oh, this is crazy. One sec. Okay, so if I have this hooked up right, when I turn the key on, the amp should light up. Now you're going to hear both speakers because one's running through the amp and one isn't. That's how Hogtune's is designed. So, well, I'm going to have the volume down. No, no power. That sucks. That's not good. What's going on here? No. Ah, it wasn't a strong connection. Okay, that's what it was. Power's on. Don't want to get tuned out by YouTube. Okay, that's all it was. It just wasn't a strong connection from that. Okay, doke. Nice and green. That works. Okay, so now we're ready. Go to the next step. Okay. Alrighty, so we know the amp works. Now, okay, running all the wires and all that. That's where it gets fun. This front backwing fairing's gotta come off again. And then YouTube, Hogtunes has got some videos on YouTube, so harness runs underneath here and back out down here. So, all right, that's the fun part now, running all the wires. Now we know that works, so next step is to run the harness. I'm not going to bore you with that because that's going to take a while to do it neatly and right. So, once again, I'll get back to you. Okay, here's where we are so far. Speakers are in place. Wiring's all done and tied up and out of the way. Now I just got to run the harness inside. Yep, just got tight inside. Oh, then everything's hooked up here, so I just have to put the battery plate back and the ECM back. I never unplugged the ECM, I just moved it out of the way. Alright, so far so good. Once again, I'll get back to you. Alright. Actually, let's have some light this time. Ready to move on to stage 2 or phase 2. Phase 2. Where I gotta just lift this console here, run the wires underneath it, take the batwing fairing off. Like I've only done a couple hundred times now. So here we are. Everything's nice and neat and out of the way. Wiring's all done. ECM's back in place. All good. So I guess we can get rid of this now. There we go. So now we have the power harness and the speaker harness, and we'll run them together underneath. Hopefully it fits. It's supposed to fit. We'll find out. That's just the tubing, so it should fit. And that runs down here. Comes out here. And then it ties down into here, and then through underneath. And then the fun begins with the speaker and the connections and the amp. So, but little by little, we're getting there. But my kingdom for just 2 diagrams on how this all hooks up together, and maybe just the 2 mini harness plugs that we're missing. Yeah. Other than that, it's all good. So, next stage, like I said, we'll take. Now, you've seen me take this off a few dozen times. If you haven't, there's thousands of videos where you want to do these 3, but you leave this one hooked up, just loose. Then inside, like I've showed you before, if you haven't seen it, We got, screws there, one down in there on each side. So 7 screws, but putting it back together is always a challenge because they don't line up 100%. So, okay, next phase, bat wing fairing comes off. I mount that and then run the rest of the wiring. So hopefully the worst part's over. Until I get to the next video, take 5. Okay, it's all hooked up. Speakers are hooked up. Power's hooked up. Harness is run. I'm not done with it, tucking it under the tank yet, but it's looking pretty good so far. So all we got to do now, keep your fingers crossed, turn the radio on, see if it works. Let's find out. This is going to be the fun part. Oh, Lord. Okay.
Noon. The Chatham Sports Hall of Fame is mourning the death of one of its members, Mel Wakabayashi, who grew up in Chatham and went on to play for the Chatham Junior Maroons and later captained the University of Michigan men's hockey team in the 1960s.
Now, let's see if I can get the fader to work.
After college and was assigned to their farm team before moving to Japan. Wakabayashi also coached Japan's men's national ice hockey team at several international events, including the 1980 Winter Olympics in Lake Placid. And a scary incident at the Ambassador Bridge when a worker fell into the Detroit River. The contractor was working on the Detroit side of the bridge yesterday.
Uh-oh. We have no back speakers. Well, that ain't good. Wonder why.
3 points and grabbed 3 rebounds, but the Lynx lost to Dallas in WNBA action. And LeBron James is coming back to the NBA for another season. He made that announcement at last night's ESPYs. The 38-year-old will be only the 6th player in NBA history to play in at least 21 seasons. A chance of showers today, the risk of a thunderstorm this morning, then mainly cloudy, high feeling like 31. A few clouds tonight, low 13. A mix of sun and cloud tomorrow, a chance of showers in the afternoon, and a high of 27. I'm Matt Weaver. For more on these and other stories, visit cknewstoday.ca.
Yeah, I got back speakers. Whoa. Whoa. Got the one little thing to do, that little gain. Let's see what happens with that. Oh, that might be. What did I do with that little screwdriver? Don't know. Okay, one sec. Found it. Okay, I'll grab another one. I'll find it eventually. Let's put this to center. I think maybe that's why. Okay, let's try that. See if it does anything before I put it all back together again. I want to be able to control the front and the back. So, there's a gain switch on it, so I'm not sure what it does. Okay, we don't want that.
Keyword Red Dot will send it to you.
any other time I can't get a music station. Let's try AM. AM
800 news time is 8:05. Time now for your business update. With this report brought to you by Nissan of Windsor, a member of the Brevenberg Automotive family. Kempsey Road East and at Forest Bay Drive.
Canada's main stock index was up 1% yesterday after the central percent. Toronto's TSX index gained 192 points yesterday to close at 20,070.
Okay, well, the fader's not working, but I don't give a shit. I always keep the center anyways. I was hoping to control it, but it ain't gonna happen, so. It says put it on channel 4. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be calling it a, well, I don't know about a day, but I'm going to call it for right now. I'm going to do a little bit of research. Putting it back together again is going to be the joke. That'll be fun. But in the meantime, okay. Catch you in a little bit. Okay, one last look before I put the Batwing fairing back on. Everything's hooked up. Everything's working great. I didn't have any Velcro, but I ain't taking this off again, so I just put some silicone there, and that'll keep it from sliding out, and I got it tied down. All the wires are tucked away nice and neat. All the speaker wires are hooked up. It's loud. That's what I want. I'm going down the highway at 70 miles an hour. I want to be able to hear the damn thing. Everything's tucked away in here. All tied up. So, that's it. Just got to put the Batwing fairing back on and giddy up. Okay, once again, see you in a few. Oh, all done. All done. All total, trying to figure out the harness, trying to figure out which speaker gets where and all that good stuff. Making the harness fit and then the power cord fit because the end was wrong, all that good stuff. Got a good 12 hours into this. But I mean, you know, I don't have a whole lot going on in my life, so what the hell, why not? So anyways, now, like I said before in my other videos, I'm shooting for that 150,000 miles on my bike by the end of this season, which would be the end of September. And I'm looking at 600, yeah, about 600 miles a week if I spread it out. I ain't kidding no more, so I don't know, but that's the goal anyways. I'm not giving up, so we'll see how close I can get. Anyways, I appreciate you stopping by, and give me a thumbs up if you like it. And like I said, this has been one hell of a project. Not really, I don't know how to explain this. It's challenging. That's the word, challenging. Like I said before, I might came in for just one diagram on the correct way the wires run, and just maybe one 5-minute video. Well, Hogtune is a really good name, really good brand. So, anyways, thanks again for stopping by. And if you like, comment, subscribe. I'm shooting for 500 here, closing in on 4, so you never know. Oh, done. Now I go ride and enjoy the tunes. So, one last listen. So, one last listen. Got to be careful because YouTube's always, you know, trying to get you.
And the hot weather is here to stay. Let Fairhall help you make sure your AC runs smooth all summer long. Call to book an air conditioner maintenance today. Their expert service team is ready 24/7 for all your service and installation needs.
And what's the volume at?
Breakdown, call Fairhall at 519-969-7822. That's Fairhall at 519-969-7822.
There we go, 3.
Or Fairhall.com to schedule an appointment.
I don't know if you can see the mileage. Where am I at?
right now. Get a McMuffin and
Well,
medium
in case you can't see, because I can't tell, 144,062.
and that extra bit of cheese
Alrighty.
on the wrapper. All for just $4
So,
plus tax. For a limited time at participating
hopefully
stores.
nothing now for the next little while, because every time I think I'm done, I'm not done. So, like I said, when the radio conked out, I had to get another one. I want the same one, because I got a shitload of CDs from many years ago and a lot of music that I like, so I don't want to give up my music. I don't have a SD card. This doesn't take an SD card, otherwise I'd have a couple thousand songs. Okay. Thanks a lot for stopping by. And once again, see you in the funny papers.